Hello everybody, this is Happy Dynast and today we will continue in our DLC playthrough. Yesterday we played quite a good quest where two brothers challenged themselves to a duel. We solved it and now we're going to see what rest of the DLC have in store for us. So, what is actually our quest now? Talk to Ekris. I guess that guy will be Ekris.
We have displeased the Great Serpent, so do not agitate him any further.
Hello Ekris, talk to me. Ekris, why I can talk to you? Like, you probably... Okay, it's going.
Who it is? You have made quite a stir, and given the state of things, that is a singular accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor, Vindicator? Did he now? How magnanimous. But approval is approval, and I will gladly take it. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the Scaled Citadel. Until we can get through it, we cannot shut down the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible to get through. We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the barrier, but the project came to a halt. Politics got in the way. Every one of the houses needs to contribute, and everyone realized they could potentially use it for leverage. What should have been a cooperative effort turned contentious. Easy decisions became negotiations. And so, construction never began. We have sat here, staring at this disaster as supplies pile up for well over a week now. Serpent help us, it is infuriating. Indeed. All must serve. I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work. If you're here, the Council has likely sent word to the houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may speed up the process. I appreciate that someone around here is eager to get to work. House Fetal owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. House KA Dic was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her. And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the Speaker, and for House Varuun. And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this. I know. I have lost friends and colleagues myself. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of vortex energy. Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties. While they have no use in the development of the morning device, if you find yourself out in the field, I believe they could have more practical applications. Well then, allow me to provide you with a few starting samples. The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials. And, depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable. I hope you can use that to your advantage. Yes, depending on how much trouble you're getting into. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this. Well, then you are in luck. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often... Second, these horrors we have managed, while they have... I do hope you are not questioning the thoroughness of my research. I assure you, they will work. The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials. And, depending...
Okay, I am obviously looped in this conversation and he is repeating himself. Oh, come on. So, the most reasonable thing what they could do in a quest journal would be to add 3 separate DLC quests. So, Ass's House Dulkev, Ass's House Vital, and Ass's House KA Dic should all be in separate quests. And in that way, you could comfortably follow them. Like, look at this, now I have 3 different dots. And I need to keep attention to each of them. Otherwise, I might confuse them and wander to different quests I don't want to go to. Well, let's go to KA Dic. They are closest to us. Hello.
So, Akris has sent our newest Vindicator to inquire about Sahima.
I like
Don't worry.
how everybody knows my title.
I'm Razma, Elder of House KA Dic and head of the Ministry of Conjunction.
Like, I guess because I'm first guy here in Generations, but still, I'm this one random acolyte and everybody is like, oh my, you are the Vindicator, man. Bethesda never changes. It's an honor to meet you.
Honor. As interesting as yourself. I wouldn't have suspected an outsider.
She wouldn't dare to call me interesting Vindicator.
You with the Great Serpent's choice.
Yep, help me,
I know
please.
The council is looking to Sahima for answers, but the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the house. They're being held hostage by zealots, and now they're demanding negotiations. The zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council, or even the reinstatement of their house. House Malene. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands.
They are not even part of the faction, really. Can I kill them
Agreed.
just?
Which is why I'm hoping you can help. I need you to find the hostages. Bring them home, so the Zealots have nothing to leverage, and Sahima can work with the High Council. Normally, I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action.
You are very lucky I'm here then.
And that's where the issue lies.
Oh, come on.
I don't know where the Zealots are keeping Sahima, but I have a good idea who does.
Send
Their
me to
name
him.
is Merrick. Merrick is a KA Dic, and they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated. As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now. On my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit. As long as no physical harm comes to them. See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
Oh yes, I have some perk points, so I will just upgrade my persuasion, and I should be able to do this just fine. I hope. Hello.
You're no member of House KA Dic. What are you doing here?
Trying to get information.
Excuse me? What? And why would someone like me even know that sort of information? Did she now? I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Razma where Sahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here. Easy. You ask me where Sahima is, I refuse because my work is vastly more important than yours. Then you go back to Auntie Razma and tell her to go through with the negotiations. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots.
I'm going to
And like I told
break
Razma
your arms,
1,000
man.
times,
Tell
I have
me.
no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me. Oh, I don't think so. I think I...
Really?
Well, it is the biggest variable. I won't argue her... True, I am pretty good at misdirection. All right, I'll let you in on their location. But remember, you're the only one that knows. If word spreads, I'll know exactly who's to blame. The location you're looking for is Shadow Station Epsilon. It's an old Varuun base that they've taken over for themselves. Razma will know it. Let her tell you the details, seeing as how I'm about to be reassigned. Watch your tone. You may be promised, but you're still an outsider.
I am promised now, huh? I wonder what's that about.
You must have gotten the location. Ah, yes, the old Varuun military outpost. It's a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade. If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates. The sooner the better. Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations. I expect them to be pliable after their last encounter with you. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe. I see you have a grasp on how these types of negotiate. I'll stall the Zealots as long as I can. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly. Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long.
Vindicator, a word before you go. Tell me, Vindicator, what do you know about the Zealots?
They are bandits.
Well, what sounds like a mere nuisance to you is a very real terrorist threat to us. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots?
No.
I'm glad to see you're well-versed in humanity. Rasma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of Zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Rasma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence. Exactly. House KA Dic already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots. But the truth is far worse. Rasma wants the Zealots to back House KA Dic, so the balance of power between the noble houses would shift to us. She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade.
Well, crusade. Okay.
The Council knows nothing of her work with the Zealots, and I aim to keep it that way. All elders have their own ambitions. I'm certain that's all they see. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots to grab Sahima and the others, flipping the balance of power in their favor. Rasma has lost control, and is putting House KA Dic's reputation and power at risk. And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House KA Dic shouldn't be associating with Zealots at all, except on an extermination level. But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind. We need to cut ties with the Zealots altogether.
I agree. So, what should I do?
Not unless you want to be considered one yourself. I want you to put an end to any connections between House KA Dic and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive, Rasma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
But I need the hostage.
I'm doing what I must to preserve this house.
You are a
All we need
retarded.
to get is Sahima's research, which she has with her.
No way I'm
I
going
see I
this.
misjudged you. Well, should you change your mind? And Vindicator, this conversation.
Nah, I'm going to tell that you want to kill your family. Fucking.
Remember, House KA Dic business.
Wow, what a dumb. Ugh. Good. At least they split the quest now, so I can comfortably find the location. What? Are they? They're probably sending me to my ship for some reason. It's very strange for this game not sending me directly to the planet. Very well. I should probably check if everything is working. Yep, everything is working. We can continue. Still, this is very strange if you think about it. So, they have this weird explosion at their main headquarters. Most of their government is dead. And ghosts are teleporting into existence and killing them. And in such a situation, they decided to not help each other. I think even politics have... how to say that? Even politicians will unite if a real greater threat is threatening them all. That's how I wanted to put it. Okay, how far is this? Oh, come on. Sprain. Just my luck. That looks like the correct place. I should really put my car for... But do I have a car even? I don't know if I bought it in this run. I will check later, and if I did, then I rectify the situation. Okay, found it. I should probably use my sniper rifle for this. Well, one, two, three, 4, He doesn't know I'm here. Man, how deaf are you? But I guess it's just bug. Ah, another one. And great, I didn't want to do this. Ah, here you are. Done and done. We can continue to save the hostages. Huh? Really? So let's hope this dungeon will be much better than the last one. Okay, I already got detected. And that's unfortunate. Well, what can you do? Turret. Whoa. Oh, dude decided to become one with the door. Strategy that was very effective at first. Oh man, I really did bumble this. You almost died. For no reason there. Die. I should probably kill rest of them too. Otherwise... they're probably in the lower floors. Okay, we can probably continue. No, I'm going to find you. Hello. What is that weapon? Ah. That's a Varuun machine gun. I should probably use this weapon. Starstorm. This is the hostage. Oh man. How many of you are there? Another bucket enemy.
You have to get me out of here.
But it's open.
Who are you?
I'm Vindicator John Starborn. Razma sent me to rescue you.
Miss Grace, I knew it. I knew she wouldn't just leave us here to rot. It's more than just me. There are others. The Zealots have been using them to force me to continue my research here. They think I have all the answers since the original experiment was a catastrophic failure. So my theory is correct. Or I should say, the High Council now believes my theory, the better theory, is correct.
So can you explain me what is happening?
Their algorithms and insufficient testing were only giving the illusion of stability. But no one wants to listen to me. Not the girl who put people twice my age to shame when it came to assessments. Of course, this is what it would take for Razma to send someone after me.
Forget Razma, you
I
better.
wish I could have that mentality. And maybe it's not so much a desire to be cared for, as it is a desire for acceptance. I overheard the Zealots mention negotiating with House KA Dic, so the motivations are clear. Not only does the High Council deem me important, but Razma needs to remove me from the equation. I get it. But at least now everyone knows I was right. Yes, let's change focus. Step 1, we need to free the other hostages. The Zealots aren't aware of how I've been delving into their systems here. I told them I needed full access if they expect me to replicate the Nasco's experiment, and I didn't even bother with risk assessment. They
Well,
think I'm
that's
applying
pretty
my theories
stupid.
to their poor excuse for technology down here. Granted, I could probably make it work if I had to.
Alright, Miss Humility, let's focus on freeing the
Right.
hostages here.
Focus. The other hostages are being kept just beyond this room. I can disengage the locks to their cell and grant you access to an elevator in the room beyond that will take them to safety. You'll just have to clear out that area first, and the Zealots down there are different.
What did you do?
Those skills will prove useful then. While you get the rescue underway, I'm going to set up certain guarantees here. I'll meet you and the others outside. And a well-thought-out one at that. I just need enough time to set up a remote device so I can launch a virus that will render this
I will
place
guess they are
useless.
all turned
Think
into
of it as a failsafe
phantoms.
to guarantee our safety. The Zealots would never risk this base or their ships. These are Zealots we're dealing with. The only reason they even have hostages is to make sure I stay in line. I couldn't threaten them without knowing the others were safe. Good. I'll see you outside.
Redeemed. Well, this is something. Yeah, great. Okay, give me the other weapon. Is this guy a zombie? How can I don't remember how to pull enemies. I don't remember how to do it. It's a shame. They are really tanky.
Has help finally
Who are
arrived?
you? Oh, you aren't a zealot. Who are you?
Shame I cannot use... No. Shame there is not an option to tell them I am deaf or something, you know? Like a utter psychopath. But I guess Starfield will be Starfield. So I have only the good guy options.
I wish it were that easy. The zealots separated us. Our brethren are still out there.
Really?
Please, I can ready my people here, but you'll have to deal with the zealots and rescue the others so we may all escape safely.
Alright.
Be ready.
Just point me to my targets. Huh. Ah, sprint is scared, that's good. That is very good. Another one. Ah, come on. This is a really not good enemy design. And I'm quite strong. What? Yeah, they look just upgraded. Not like the phantoms. So these are the hostages. I'm sorry. Maybe they're here. No. Ah, here you are. Hello.
Great serpent, protect me.
Okay.
Thank the serpent. I thought I was done for.
So they are not really humans anymore. Good to know. So Oh, this is the end of the dungeon. These knives are really expensive. Ah, here you are. Hello.
Sir, the great serpent has heard me.
Let's go.
You did it! It's true what they say. The air really does smell fresher.
Serpent bless you. We owe you our lives. Thank you.
Correction, it's time for you to get back. I'm going to stay back a moment and make sure everyone here is okay to make it back safely. I'll catch up with
Why?
you shortly. Just let me know where the negotiations are taking place. Of course. I successfully rigged the remote device to shut this whole place down the moment I see a zealot. I just need a moment to make sure everyone is fine. Don't worry. Razma came through for me. It's only fair I return the favor. I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
Let's try to fast travel now. I can't, huh? Okay. Well, what can I do? So this is much better dungeon than the first one. Fighting in low gravity, or more exactly no gravity, is much worse than just normal fights in this game. And those phantoms, they have annoying attacks, really. Okay, who are you? Is it? Okay, I expected that somebody will come out from there. Interrupt the negotiations.
Is your intent to be unreasonable the whole time? I thought this was a negotiation.
We're having a friendly chat, aren't we? It's not my fault you don't find my offers acceptable.
Nah, just the person I wanted to see. Please tell me you bring good news. Exactly what I wanted to hear.
Razma, who is this? You allow any commoner to just waltz in on official business. I'd expect better security from House KA Dic.
Yes. And now these so-called negotiations are over.
Over? You'd risk everything after the whispers of a stranger. I demand to know who this is. You think I care about Anasco Varuun, son of a traitor? Only a complete fool would expect me to believe this.
It's true, Mihail. And if you don't think it now, peacefully. I'll make sure your ships and Shadow Station Epsilon are made dust.
You... How did you... You're bluffing.
Test me. You think a genius mind like mine wouldn't find a way to hack into every system in your base? This remote device will launch a virus that will detonate systems within Epsilon, and reach your ships as well.
You realize how this may affect future partnerships, Razma. You'd jeopardize our connections.
It jeopardizes nothing. It merely restores the natural order.
The natural order. I could take you all out here and now. You know every one of us is prepared to answer the Serpent's call.
You're so willing to sacrifice your allies at Shadow Station Epsilon?
You don't think they're as prepared as we are? We all answer the call, and if that day is today, so be it. Let's get this over with.
Yes. Good.
Something I can do for you?
House KA Dic is in your debt.
As am I. I owe you my life.
Tahima, you are a part of this house.
I know. I just wanted to say thank you. Personally. And here, it's the research and algorithm the High Council wants. I'm sure they'll appreciate it more coming from you.
I think my quest was to bring you to the scientist. I make sure I can still get it.
But maybe come find me when you're done.
Why?
I
Maybe.
can tell, and obviously in high demand. But really, come find me. I'll be at the Great House whenever you have time.
We'll talk later.
Why?
Tahima. As I was saying, House KA Dic, you've helped me maintain.
You're welcome.
As for what you've learned here in regards to the zealots,
I don't care,
I'd
man.
appreciate it if you kept this a secret.
For a price, like, man, credits are useless in this game.
The others involved know better than to speak of this. Until
Can I
next
leave?
time,
I can't.
as I already. The others involved. You seem to be now.
Can I just teleport to my ship now? Well, if I found it. Oh, I can fast travel now. Amazing. That's good.